Hey guys, this is Tom, and we're back here for another game. Just trying to get some more games under the belt, getting ready for the GP Minneapolis here coming up in the next couple weeks. So one of the things that in our last match we ran into Esper Delver, and one of the potential weak points that I'm noticing on the deck right now is we're having a little bit of trouble with massive flyers. Corrosive Gale might be an inclusion that I'm considering here for the sideboard. So we are up first, and this hand looks just fine. Very happy to keep it. Okay. So we should find out what our opponent is playing here in just a moment. Could be up against Wolf Run, or we could also be up against Red-Green Aggro. Either way, Sword of War and Peace and Mirror Crusader are going to both be very, very good cards. Now, hopefully, if we're able to drop Trinket Mage a little bit later on, we're going to try to go for the combo. I think. If we start taking a lot of damage, we could always go for like Sylvok Lifestaff. But I think right now, I'm just going to run out the beats and then just kind of see what shows up. We really want to try to make sure we don't lose to Daybreak Ranger. He can just blow us out if he gets active, so hopefully he does not have the turn 2 Daybreak Ranger. And it looks like this might be a more traditional style of Wolf Run. And he just found out that Green Sun Zenith does not in fact do anything with the Grafdigger's Cage we play, which is quite hilarious. And I think the traditional list does run, for traditional Wolf Run, it does run 2 main deck Green Sun, and then I'm not sure that it runs the Llanowar Elf, so we might actually be looking at Red-Green Aggro here. I think it's probably much more likely we're up against Red-Green Aggro, just because I think that traditional Wolf Run does not actually run any birds or Llanowar Elves, maybe just one. So probably going to go into like Hunt Mash at the Fells or birds. Okay, if we can drop down maybe like a Mortarpod would be very good right here. And without access to his Green Sun, I mean we're actually in a pretty good spot. I think we just want to try to sit, just try to buy some time. Drop down Crusader, and Crusader into War and Peace has got to be game over. Now, Hellrider, on the other hand, is going to be trouble. Okay. Really need to have some more mana here to kind of pull us out of this one. So the play is still going to be Crusader and then Crusader into... We may not have enough time for Crusader into War and Peace. We might just have to go War and Peace first. But no, we're going to need Crusader first, to be honest, just to get through his wall of guys. So the one problem is if we get stuck on land in this deck, it's pretty rough. It's not very forgiving. And at this point, we absolutely have to take out the Hellrider, no questions asked. The nice thing is we can take out Strangleroot Geist without having the Undying effect kick in, so happy to trade there. Now he could have like Galvanic Blast here. If he has Galvanic Blast, he kind of blows us out anyways. I mean, in order to really stop Galvanic Blast, we'd have to, like, quad block the Hell Rider. Which, I mean, is actually not the worst play, but I think that there's a small enough chance that he has Galvanic Blast that we're just going to try to block like this. We're in a pretty rough spot if he has it anyways. And he has the Incinerate. So, I mean, you know, it might have been correct, you know, just to quad block the Hell Rider, just to make sure that doesn't go through. Yeah, that could have been the right play. I'm not sure, to be honest. So, like, with that, we take an extra 2, but then he doesn't have Hell Rider. Yeah, might have been correct. Either way, at this point, we're going to go ahead and drop down Crusader. And then just hopefully get a chance to set up our War and Peace play. And he's definitely got us on the back foot here. I mean, we're definitely in a rough spot. We almost need to have, like, well, let's see, if we have, like, if we draw a Mox, no, we're, yeah. Luckily he didn't attack. So he's going to take out Champion, and the next turn the big attack's going to come. We might stabilize. He's going to have a Wolf Run, so it's looking pretty iffy, to be honest. Okay. So what we could do here is we could go like Trinket Mage into Mox into Equip. Just because, you know, then we'll for sure have enough mana to next turn drop War and Peace and attack. Just dropping War and Peace is not going to do that much, and having the extra body is really, I think, going to make the difference here. So I think we want to go Trinket Mage into Mox, equip Flare Husk, try to live through the turn, and then see if we can, yeah. This way we ensure we have enough mana to play and equip the sword next turn. Now we can safely double, or we can block his Hell Rider, and then Ravager. Yeah, I think we just want to equip her in Crusader. Just like, we could have attacked with Crusader there, and let's see what changes there. I think we just take, we take enough damage to get lethal. I think we have to try to scare him away a little bit. We're still going to take a lot of damage here. So, I mean, luckily he, you know, waited us out a little bit. Might give us the chance to come back. I mean, here we could just drop, we could drop Paladin into War and Peace. The problem with this play, it is a little greedy. If he has Incinerate, if he has Galvanic Blast, I think if he has anything, we just kind of lose. Because then he definitely attacks for the win next turn. So if we just drop War and Peace and attack, we gain 4 life. We would basically swing for 12. Let's see, yeah. Swing for 12, gain 4 life, go to 17. He attacks with everybody. Block here, 4, 6, 8. 10, 11, 12. Yeah, when we still die. I think we actually have to go for the big play and drop Puresteel. Because I think we're dead anyways, even if we drop War and Peace and attack. We still lose. We might still lose anyways, but he could always misplan. And then now we just want to try to take as little damage as possible. So this guy's going to block Ravager. We'll have Trinket Mage, hopefully trade with Hellrider. And I think we might still die here. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 9. It's going to be close. Like, he has to attack with everything at this point, otherwise he's going to lose if he doesn't. He might still lose. Let's see. He dies next turn if he can't kill us. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 9. Yeah, I think we got him, actually. So yeah, going for the big play with Puresteel definitely paid off here. I mean, if he had like another Hellrider there, we just lose, but... So not sure what he's got here. I think he's dead on the table. It's going to need like, not even double Incinerate would do it. So like he kills Puresteel. Don't think we care. Yeah, we just equip and it's over. Yeah, because Hunt Master of the Fells can't target Mirror Crusader since he's pro-green. You may not realize that. And that should be game. Okay, and even this is going to kill the Trinket Mage. We don't care because the game's going to be over at this point. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, so up against red-green aggro. Let's have a look here. Grafdigger's Cage is quite good. Since red-green runs 4 copies of Green Sun Zenith and also Strangleroot Geist, and it shuts down both cards quite effectively. Definitely want to bring in Purge for the Hellriders and the Hunt Masters and the other associated nonsense. O-Rings definitely be a great thing to bring in. We want to bring in Wolf Hunter's Quiver. And let's see, so he runs multiple birds. Probably want to bring in this step. Spellskite is actually also quite good against this deck with redirecting Wolf Run. So let's see, cards we want to cut. Can probably shave down to 1 collar. We're not really going combo mode here. Mortipod is still great to take out his dorks. Can probably cut Traveler since he's not really going to be wrapping the table. I mean, Traveler's fine, but he just sort of ineffective. And then, what else do we cut? I mean, like, Champion is okay. Like, Champion and Gather is still fine. don't think we need... Flare Husk is okay, but it's not really good enough. Brings us down to 64. I think we can probably cut Mox, maybe? I mean, it's still nice because it gives us a little bit faster mana, but I think we just want to have enough threat density. And then I suppose, I mean, like, the thing is, at this point, if we cut Gather, we might as well cut Champion. I mean, Champion's still okay. Question is Gather better than Champion? I think Champion is still better. We really want 4 Mortar Pods because he has so many accelerants. I think we just cut 3 Gather. I don't know if that's correct or not, but that's how we're going to do it. Okay, so this hand is actually fine. We've got the combo in our hand, and we have the Trinket Mage for the Grafdiggers. Hopefully he doesn't have like the turn 2 Daybreak Ranger, which would be a total beating. And no Strangler Geist is also quite nice. So here we don't want to see turn 3 Huntmaster, so we've got to kill the elf now. I think at this point, I mean, we could drop out like Trinket Mage and start bashing, which I think is fine, I guess. Otherwise, we could drop into like Spellskite. Yeah. I think going on the aggressive is actually just fine here. We just want to drop Trinket Mage, because even if Trinket Mage dies, if we have Moorland Haunt to bring it back. And honestly, the only important thing this thing is really going to be doing for us is getting out either the Quiver or the Grafdigger's Cage. And I think we want to take out Cage first. We really want both, but I think Cage is probably a little bit more helpful right off the bat. It's close. I mean, honestly, they're both quite good. So this is probably Huntmaster. Yep, there's Huntmaster. And once again, if Trinket Mage dies, it's really not that big a deal. So I think the play here is to drop Spellskite and Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah. Like, we could drop like Spellskite and Equip Mortar Pod and attack for 2. The only thing is that I really don't want him to be able to Green Sun next turn, so I think it's more important to get Grafdigger's Cage out there and then protect it with the Spellskite. And like, we're not going to trade Trinket Mages for a Wolf, so I think we're just going to sit tight. Okay, so there's the Acidic Slime. We can redirect to our Spellskite, which is fine. Unless he just wants us to flat out kill it. Still don't want to trade Trinket Mage for Wolf. Well, let's see. We want to kill Huntmaster. You know, actually I think trading this guy is fine. Gives us more fodder for Moorland Haunt. And like, we're still racing, so I think that's fine. Thrun is a pain. Luckily, we have Mortar Pod plus Spellskite. Okay. I mean, like, now we could kill Huntmaster. Honestly, not the worst idea. Since we have double Haunt out, and we're gonna be filling up on creatures, I think actually just killing Huntmaster right now, I think is fine. Like, I mean, we can block Thrun. Ugh. Don't know. I think killing Huntmaster is actually, I think it's still correct. Yeah. Like, Huntmaster is just such a problem. Yuck. Hellrider is a total beating. The problem with these kinds of draws is they're a little bit slow, and you're never really sure if you want to get Grafdigger's Cage to shut off, Green Sun, or if you want to get Quiver to take out Huntmaster. So it's, I mean, either one is really good, and we just kind of petered out this draw. So being able to get additional cards that really help out, like Crusader and Sword, I think really help. Right now, I have it at a 3-3 split. Might potentially main deck with it going up to 4 and 4. We don't really have the mana to support that right now, so that'd be a little bit of a change, but I think it's still fine. Seeing Thrun, we could potentially bring in Image. Image is actually probably still fine against this deck, because we probably get value. Spellskite is still really good against him. I think maybe just cut out the last Gather and just bring in Image. The champion gets much worse in that case. Ugh. I would do like a 2-2 split on like Gather and champion. Yeah. So this hand is okay. I mean, like, we only have 1 mana, so like if we draw another land, we're doing pretty well. We're on the play. It's a little bit greedy. Definitely have business though. I think we can probably go like 2 or 3 turns and not. Well, we can go like 2 turns and not draw land and still be fine. Oh man, this is tough. Really want to keep this hand. I might pay for it, but I think we're gonna keep it. Well, I don't know. Yeah, this hand I'm not sure about. The thing is, I mean, our deck essentially operates on 2 mana. So if we did luck into it there, of course, but at the same time, I mean, we really do operate on 2 mana pretty efficiently. Want to lead out with Spellskite to stop any kind of shenanigans, and then start powering up the Puresteel. So it looks like this game, at least, we're going to be probably a little bit better off getting Grafdigger's Cage. Or just naturally drawing it. and he got the green sun the turn before we could Graph Digger. I mean, it's like Graph Digger there instead of Puresteel was probably the better play, come to think of it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to know. I think, yeah, it probably would have been better to drop Graph Digger's last turn. I mean, even not knowing, just because he has so many targets for it. And then we just make like a dead card in his hand. So like now we have to Graph Digger. Yeah. So like he could have Arc Trail, and he wouldn't attack with Llanowar if he didn't have Arc Trail. So I think the plan here is actually just to block the Geist. Now, the problem actually with that play, we should have still blocked, because he knows how Arc Trail works with Spellskite. If he targets Spellskite and Paladin, I can't actually redirect. So that was actually probably wrong. I should have blocked there. Okay. Hopefully we can get a chance to get at least some part of the combo going. And Wolfhunter's Quiver here is honestly just as good as any other card we could draw. It really, really helps out. Gives us a lot more reach. Now, first we're going to go ahead and move to equip the Paladin in case he kills the Spellskite in response. So, alright. Probably take out the Geist first. We could shut down his mana. He doesn't really have much that costs more than 4 mana is the problem. So I think that taking out the Geist might actually be a little bit better. Like this way, if he has Hellrider, we can at least block the Hellrider. Yuck. Yeah, and apparently he had the Arc Trail, he just didn't understand how to use it. So he could have done that last turn. I guess his lack of understanding of how it worked allowed us to have a Puresteel for an extra turn. But we still should have blocked, assuming that he was a player that understands how to actually use that. So, we could trade here. I think it's probably fine. Yeah. If we don't want to get poisoned out by accident. don't really want to bash because, I mean, he could get dangerously close to just poisoning us out here. I think the plan is to just, I mean, we could just, like, O-ring and bash. I guess that's okay. I mean, let's see, I think we just want to play gather, wait a turn, and then see what he does. And then save the O-ring if we see a potential threat. Okay. You know, I think at this point it's actually probably worth it to just try to O-ring. I think we're waiting. We don't want to wait too long before making a move. Leave one guy back. He tries to swing with his elf. Great is actually, yeah, not a problem at all. Very happy we left the human back. And Sword of War and Peace is definitely going to get there. I think we just bash in. Yeah. Just drop Sword of War and Peace and just pray. So if he doesn't have acidic slime or something like that, I think it's game. And there's the acidic slime. Oh well. Yuck. So like if we had acted one turn sooner with the O-ring, this would be game over already, so maybe should have moved a little bit sooner on that plan. But, you know, it's all learning, getting used to it. Now, the nice thing we can do here is we can just image his acidic slime, take out the wolf run, stop the targeting, and then have something else. You know, or we could just do is just equip the wolf hunter's quiver and then kill him next turn. I kind of like that play. Yeah. So I think that's just game. Alright, so Hell Rider is still a pain, but he doesn't have enough to make trample. That's not going to do it. because we've got Purge on our turn, and that should be game. But yeah, this is definitely a pretty rough matchup for us. I mean, we're competing against 4, Swords of War and Peace. I think with the Crusaders and our swords really pushed over the top and kind of allow us to get there. So, I think it's much more of an even match than it was in the past. And, maybe going up to 4 Crusader and 4 Sword is really the right choice here, main deck. So, once again, I just want to open it up to you guys here. This is the build as it stands right now. Still in the process of building, discovering what the right fit is. Sort of thoughts on my mind are, do we need room for Corrosive Gale? And if so, how many slots? What do we take out of the board? And then, do we add the 4th Crusader and 4th War and Peace? Now, bear in mind that if we do this, it's going to sort of change the land count a little bit. Right now, we're running 22 land and the Mox Opal, and I think if we go up to 4 Sword of War and Peace and 4 Crusader, we really need to probably push it up to 23 land. And then if we do, what do we cut? Potential cards we could potentially cut would be like Flare Husk. Now this is primarily there to stop the Game 1 Curse of Death's hold. The other cards which might possibly be able to shift out a little bit, maybe cut down to like 3 Doom Travelers. So it's possible. Make a good argument, leave it in the comments, and yeah, we'll see you for next time. And thanks for watching, guys.